Good evening, class. Today we are going to discuss the third step of fungi because in previous we have started differentiations of fungi and we know that fungi are divided into five groups, and today we are going to discuss the remaining groups. I think third, fourth, and fifth. Okay. After that, we will discuss the importance of fungi in our humans and daily life. Okay. So before starting, we have to discuss that the next third fungi name is Ascomycitis. Okay, Ascomycitis is generally a Greek word which came from the Latin, and ascos means bladder. We have seen in a football we have seen also a bladder, and mycos means fungi. Okay, thus where the most of the times when the mycos come, you have to just imagine it is also called as fungi. ठीक है, जहां पे भी mycos शब्द आएगा आप लोग समझ जाइएगा कि वो fungi से related है. So in this bladder we also know that it is a shape of football like a structure that is called bladder, which is fit inside the football. Okay, so this is the Ascomycetes and most important and third stage of fungi. Fungi का ये third stage है, and in this we are going to discuss the features of fungi. इनमें हमें fungi के बहुत सारे features को भी discuss करना है. The first one is they are the diverse form and structures. Generally, Ascomycetes are very diverse form. It means they are divided into so many parts and they have in a diverse sections of structures. इनके structures भी काफी detail होते हैं. So in this there is a mycelium is a two types. इनमें जो mycelium होता है, it means the hyphae structures are generally divided into two types. The first is heterokaryotic and second is homokaryotic. Hetero means two different types of organism and homo means two same types of organism are called homokaryotic and heterokaryotic. It means that the hyper functions are generally found. यहाँ पे जो hyper होता है वो generally दो different होते हैं और यहाँ पे जो hyper होता है means mycelium series is generally two same types of organism are there. Okay, that is called the heterokaryotic and homokaryotic. So apart from that, generally all the features are generally correlated with all the groups of the fungi. जितने भी हमने अभी तक features को देखा है, सारे के सारे features सभी fungi में लगभग same है. The most important features is the fungal wall is made up of chitin or fungal cellulose. इनकी जो cell wall होती है means outer covering that is made up of chitin cell wall और फिर fungal cellulose की बनी होती है. ठीक है, most important point you all have to follow that. After that the motile spores यानी जो ऐसे spores they are unable to locomote from one place to another are totally absent. यहाँ पे जो motile spores होते हैं ये completely absent होते हैं. ठीक है, completely absent मतलब इनमें जो motions वाले spores होते हैं ये इनमें absent होते हैं, नहीं होते हैं. ठीक है, ध्यान रखिएगा. Most important point. Now we are going to discuss some important members of fungi. As we know that फंजाई के जब सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट मेंबर्स की बात करते हैं तो फर्स्ट मेंबर इज ईस्ट इन योर सिविल बुक. द सैक्रोमाइसिस इज आल्सो गिवन एंड इट इज आल्सो कंसीडर्ड एज ईस्ट. ईस्ट के नाम से भी इसको जाना जाता है. एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट यहाँ पे एक जाइमेस एक एंजाइम होती है. ईस्ट प्रोड्यूसेस अ स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ एंजाइम दैट इज कॉल्ड जाइमेस in which it convert sugar solutions to ethyl alcohol. Gymase जो enzyme होती है they have high and greater potential to convert sugar into ethyl alcohol. That is the most important function of yeast, and in your book there is a several economic importance of yeast is also given. So I have taken only 3 to 4 and remaining you all have to study. If you get any doubt you can ask me. Okay, now the second is importance of yeast is also beneficial and they are also regulating and synthesize some vitamins B1, vitamins B12 and vitamin C. Okay, so most important function of yeast is they are also capable to synthesize and store the different types of vitamins like vitamin B1, vitamin B12 and C. Okay, apart from that, as cerevisiae useful in fermentation of bread. Fermentation of bread we have also seen in a bread factory, and there is a different types of bread fermentations takes place after the formation of bread. So it is the most important part by which it is done by the Ascomycetes and the special group of yeast. Okay, so most important, remember all the economic importance of all these things. Okay, apart from that there is a Aspergillus is also important group of एस्कोमाइसिटिस, एस्परजिलस भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ग्रुप होता है। दे आर जनरली इन अ नेचर ऑफ सेप्रोफाइटिक फंगस। अगर नेचर से देखते हैं हम लोग, दे आर जनरली सेप्रोफाइटिक फंगस एंड दे ग्रो ऑन मोस्ट ऑफ द फूड स्टफ। जो फूड स्टफ्स होते हैं हमारे, जो भी खाना होता है, फूड स्टफ्स के अलावा वेजिटेबल्स, हमारे पिकल्स, ठीक है, जैम्स, जेलीज वगैरह में यहाँ पे ये पाए जाते हैं। दैट इज कॉल्ड एस्परजिलस। इट इज अ saprophytic fungus and we know that several types of fungus are generally also spoil our food materials. ये हमारे फूड मटेरियल को भी खराब करते हैं। सो it is a very harmful for the human beings. Why? Because they provide aflatoxin is a very harmful for the human beings and also harmful for the small microbes and small organism, because it also creates special type of enzyme which can affect the internal parts of human beings when they eat food stuff like pickles, jellies, jams, etc. Okay, so it is not a very important part. It is very harmful part for the human beings and it is also a group of Ascomycitis. Okay, apart from that, now we have to discuss that penicillin. Penicillin is the most important part. Why? Because it is also considered as blue-green fungus. Penicillin is called as blue-green fungus and it attack on food stuff. It also attack on food stuffs. Most important point you have to write down. Penicillin is also affect on food stuff, but there is also important, because we get the penicillin notatum is the most important antibiotic injections to use in a medical science, and we are generally obtained by penicillin notatum as a injections of penicillin. penicillin का इंजेक्शन इन्हीं से obtain किया जाता है जिसको हम मेडिकल साइंस में यूज करते हैं। ओके, सो apart from that we have discussed I think 4 characters. First is okay, second aspergillus, and third is penicillin, and many more also important members is also given in your book, but you have to read it because these three are most important and most of the questions are generally asked from these penicillin and yeast and aspergillus. Okay, apart from that we have to discuss that Basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes is the 4th member of the fungi. ये fungi का 5वां member है, most important part because most of them are terrestrial. Some okay, जिनमें ज्यादातर जो होते हैं ऑर्गेनिज्म होते हैं, मोस्ट ऑफ देम फंजाई आर टेरेस्ट्रियल, इट मींस दे लिव अपॉन द लैंड, ठीक है, जमीन के ऊपर रहते हैं। एंड इन दिस द माइसीलियन शीथ इज वेल डेवलप्ड। इनके अंदर जो माइसीलियन शीथ होती है वो काफी डेवलप्ड होती है, काफी एडवांस फॉर्म में होती है। ओके, so apart from that there is a several types of characters are generally match with these all organisms, so you all have to care out very carefully. Why? Because there is a several types of structures which may be carry resemblance structures from all the groups of fungi. Okay, apart from that now we are going to discuss that important members of Basidiomycetes. इनके important members कौन कौन से हैं Basidiomycetes के? The first member is Puccinia. Puccinia is a word which is generally came from the Italian scientist T. Puccinia के नाम से इस शब्द को लिया गया था, and it is a obligate parasite. एक प्रकार का obligate parasites होता है and generally it causes disease like rust. Rust we have seen in the rusting of iron. Rusting of iron means totally decaying of iron. It means लोहे पे जंग लगना. Suppose in this case the rusting process is generally done in the different types of plants, लेकिन ये जो rusting होती है वो plants में होता है, and special whitish substance of fungus are generally found on upper surface of plant that destroy all over the plant by rusting of process. इनके rusting की वजह से एक whitish सफेद कलर का फंगस पौधे के ऊपर लगता है जिसकी वजह से पूरा का पूरा पौधा जो है डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाता है। That is called rust, जिसको हम rust कहते हैं, and it is species जो होती है इसे हम rust fungi के नाम से भी जानते हैं। Rust fungi is a special type of whitish fungi which looks appear in upper side of plant. किसी भी plant के ऊपर पत्तों के ऊपर आपको देखने को मिल जाएगा। That is called Puccinia, and mostly it also affect the wheat and barley plant. Okay, and it is also Ustilago. Ustilagos are generally it is also type of fungus, but it causes smut and smut fungi. Smut एक प्रकार की disease होती है and Ustilago is a special type of fungi which causes smut. This means it is a smut fungi. इसको हम smut fungi इसलिए कहते हैं. Why? Because it affect the barley and wheat plants. ये barley और wheat plants के ऊपर सबसे ज़्यादा effective role play करते हैं क्योंकि ये पूरा का पूरा उसे destroy कर देते हैं, and that is the function of Ustilago fungi. ठीक है, ये smut एक disease है जिसमें barley जो है वो जनरली फॉल ऑफ होने लगते हैं, गिरने लगते हैं, और उनके जो पूरे बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं दैट अपीयर्स एज अ ब्लैक कलर, ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड द स्मिट. नाउ most important, agricus. Agricus is a special and important members of Basidiomycetes, and in Greek word agricon, and agricon means we know that mushroom, okay. Mushroom is a very important part for the human beings because several types of mushroom groups are generally eatable in India. बहुत सारे जो मशरूम के ग्रुप्स होते हैं, some groups are generally poisonous and some groups are eatable for India, क्योंकि इसमें इंडिया में बहुत सारे मशरूम के ग्रुप्स जो हैं जनरली अवेलेबल हैं इन द मार्केट, by which human gets and eat them. उनको खरीद कर वो खाते हैं, लेकिन बट सेवरल टाइप्स ऑफ मशरूम्स आर आल्सो देयर विच जनरली कॉजेस अ डेथ फॉर ह्यूमन बींग्स. बहुत सारे ह्यूमन बींग्स उसको आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर पाते हैं और जनरली उसको खाते हैं, जिस कारण से उनकी डेथ होती है, ओके. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, सो सेवरल टाइप्स ऑफ आल्सो ग्रुप्स आर देयर. ब्रैकेट फंजाई, ये ब्रैकेट फंजाई ब्रैकेट के जैसा होता है, इट इज आल्सो स्पेशल मेंबर ऑफ Basidiomycetes, but not an important part. And next is toadstool. Toadstool is also, it is a poisonous mushroom, as I told you in a previous. It is a poisonous mushroom. When the human beings eat and animals eat that type of mushroom, definitely their death will be possible, okay. So apart from that, we have discussed two characters, and there is only one group of fungi is left, and after that we will also discuss the importance of fungi, of economic importance. Why? Because fungi play a very important role in our human beings, okay. So here we have to discuss that the last stage of fungi and last group of Ditromycetes, okay, that is the last topic of your fungi, and most important, it is also called imperfect stage. Why it is called imperfect stage? Because there only asexual reproduction takes place, sexual reproduction is not present, so that's why they are also called as fungi of imperfecti, okay. Fungi of imperfecti means there is a complete imperfect stage of sexual, okay. यहाँ पे sexual stage नहीं होता है, that is called imperfect. Now most important part, the mycelium is well developed. इनमें जो mycelium sheet होती है वो बहुत ही developed form में होती है. mint hypa is well developed form, well organized form में होती है, and most important, they are also called as saprobic or parasitic, okay. They are called as saprobic and parasitic mode of nutrition are generally found inside the Ditromycetes, and reproduction occurs in a sexual method. इनमें जो reproduction होता है generally takes place by asexual reproduction. Why? Because in sexual reproduction is not present, okay. And the first and important members of this group are, first is Clostridium, and Clostridium is a parasitic fungus. एक प्रकार का parasitic fungus होता है. Generally it affect on sugarcane plants, and mostly those regions where sugarcane plants are generally available, like UP, ठीक है. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे एरिया या रीजन जहाँ पे सुगर केन प्लांट्स होते हैं, वहाँ पे जनरली अफेक्ट करते हैं, एंड इट कॉजेस रेड रॉट डिजीजेस, इन विच how red rot, this is the plant of sugarcane, and this is the patches of red rot diseases are generally occur. ये sugarcane के पौधे पे red rot एक प्रकार की डिजीज होती है, जिससे पूरा का पूरा जो है रेड हो जाता है स्ट्रक्चर, और इट ऑल्सो स्पॉइल देयर इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स, ठीक है. एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एंड सेकेंड स्टेज इज दैट Sirocospora, and it is also considered as leaf spot disease. It means that there is a special spotted structures are found upper side of the leaf is called leaf spot disease. Generally it is also called as टिक्का disease. क्यों? Why? यहाँ पे टिक्का जैसे substance बनने लगते हैं, that is called टिक्का disease. Generally appears on the plants. Okay, suppose this is the leaf, okay, and here it is the midrib, and it is the, so here spotted like structures are found, that is called ticka disease, and it is done by the Sirocospora, okay. This is the another major groups of Ditromycetes, and generally it is done in groundnut plant में सबसे ज्यादा अफेक्ट करते हैं, okay. Apart from that, alternaria is the early blight potato we have also studied in previous. It is also called black spot appears on the potato के ऊपर black spot बनने लगते हैं, that is called the early blight of potato disease, okay. Most important, last member of Fusarium is a wilt in potato, tomato and cotton plants and many more plants is also there. Wilt मतलब उनके जो भी stems हैं, जो भी roots हैं, जो भी leaves हैं, काफी weak हो जाएंगे, उनका weight loss होने लगेगा और एक दिन वो plants भी गिर जाएगा. That is called the wilt disease in potato, tomato and cotton. ये पूरे के पूरे plants को destroy कर देते हैं. That is also harmful fungus named is Fusarium of special group of Deuteromycetes. Okay, so that is all the 5 classes we have studied in fungi. Now last point we are going to discuss that useful of fungi. It is most important and easy topic for you all. So first one is that most of the fungi like mushroom, and in India 21 to 30% are generally mushrooms are generally used in India because in their mushroom 21 to 30% are generally enriched of protein, carbohydrate, fats, minerals etc. are there, and mostly human beings are eat mushroom for their food dietary habits. Okay, mushroom को use करते हैं. Second, mostly fungi are used as medicines. Fungi का सबसे important use medicines के लिए होता है for the formation of uterus contraction. Uterus is a disease. Uterus is a special organ in the female, and uterus contraction का मतलब होता है when during the childbirth, when the child is generally coming out from the embryo, that time there is a severe pain in the uterus. That time this medicine is also used to relieve and pain killer. Okay, ये दर्द को कम करने के लिए this is the uterus contraction को कम करने के लिए इंजेक्शन का यूज किया जाता है. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पेनिसिलिन नोटेटम. पेनिसिलिन नोटेटम से हम पेनिसिलिन एंटीबायोटिक्स मेडिसिन को तैयार करते हैं जो कि हम फीवर वाले पेशेंट्स को जनरली उनके बॉडी के अंदर जो भी एंटीबॉडीज बनते हैं या जो भी वायरस बैक्टीरिया आके एंटर करते हैं उनको ये खत्म करने का काम करते हैं. मोस्टली इट फॉर्म्स द एंड मेक स्टेबिलिटी and antibodies, and it also promote our helper T cells and B cells. ठीक है, और इसमें हमारे बॉडी को एक इम्यून सिस्टम को तैयार करते हैं ताकि हम अलग अलग प्रकार की बीमारियों से लड़ सकें. ओके, नाउ अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट द थर्ड पॉइंट इज बेकिंग इंडस्ट्री. Baking industry में generally we have seen in fungi there is a preparation of several types of bread and biscuits and pastries वगैरह बहुत सारे यूज किए जाते हैं. It is also get fermentation process by the use of fungi. In biological control की बात करते हैं तो there is also a fungi responsible for stop the growth of several types of virus, fungi, bacteria. ठीक है, क्योंकि इसमें बहुत सारे बायोलॉजिकल कंट्रोल में बहुत सारे जो फंजाई होते हैं वो अलग अलग ऑर्गेनिज्म जो डिजीज कैरी करते हैं उनको ये रोकते हैं. ओके, नाउ लास्ट पॉइंट इज इन ब्रेवरी. ब्रेवरी की बात करते हैं तो फंजाई, सम ऑफ द फंजाई ग्रुप्स आर जनरली यूज्ड फॉर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ वाइन एंड सम ऑफ देम फंजाई आर यूज्ड फॉर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ बियर. ओके, दीज आर द अल्कोहलिक पार्ट ऑफ. ओके, सो ये हमारे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट थे क्योंकि ये फूड में, मेडिसिन में, बेकिंग इंडस्ट्री में, बायोलॉजिकल कंट्रोल में, पेस्ट रेजिस्टेंस को कंट्रोल करने में, कीड़ों को मारने के लिए ताकि हमारे प्लांट्स हमेशा ग्रोथ कर पाए, और हमारे ब्रीवरी प्रोडक्ट में जैसे वाइन और बियर में कंट्रोल, ठीक है, सॉरी, बनाने के लिए यूज किए जाते हैं. दैट इज ऑल द इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शंस ऑफ फंजाई. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी विल ऑल्सो डिस्कस इन नेक्स्ट क्लास lichen, virus and bacteriophage. This is our last topic for that chapter. Okay, if you get any doubt regarding all the, you can consult me. Thank you, students.